All right, so one of the things you're going to need for your distillation, this is the distilling flask. So your filtered material, after you get the biggest part of the gunk out of there, goes in here. Then you're going to have this apparatus attached to it. Okay, now this is a ground glass joint here, and there needs to be a little bit, just a little bit of grease on here. Not a lot. If you don't have a little bit of grease on there, let me know. I'll give you some, because you don't want it to stick. If it sticks, we got trouble. Okay, so this is how it's going to be set up. Now, what's going to happen is, out of these tubes off the top, you're going to have other tubes attached to it, like this. And you're going to take water from the sink to go into this top tube, and it's going to fill this water jacket inside. So when you're boiling your alcohol down here, your alcohol and water down here, what's going to happen is you're going to have vapor that's part alcohol and part steam. And then it's going to spill off into this cooling tube, and the water that goes around this, it's constantly flushing around this, keeps this part of the apparatus cooler, so that it is condensing then your alcohol water mixture down into here, and you have a collection tube and a collection vessel down here. Okay? Everybody see the part, how it works? You need a temperature probe, which is going to be inserted through here. Okay? You probably need a little bit of grease around that just to kind of help seal it up, but you don't want too much. Okay? You don't want a too loose a seal here, or you'll have steam coming out the top and you're losing all your product. Okay? Now this temperature probe attaches to the veneer probeware you've seen before. And here's somebody who didn't take their stuff apart from the last lab. Okay, all you got to do is plug it up, turn it on. You'll get a temperature reading on here. You can plug it into the computer if you want to and read the temperature there. Okay, in fact, it's a good idea to have it registering temperature for you on the computer, because you want to watch that temperature carefully and see where it goes to. You don't want the temperature to get too hot. If it gets anywhere near the boiling temperature of water, you've run out of alcohol and you want to stop. So what's going to happen is, as the alcohol and water boils, it'll start boiling at a lower temperature than the boiling temperature of water. Okay? When it's as the alcohol, the mixture you have up here is part alcohol and water, but it's more alcohol than water. That's what distillation does. As the alcohol runs out down here, the temperature up here starts to rise. You have to watch that carefully. It's a judgment call. You have to decide when you're going to stop your distillation. Okay? You don't want this to boil very fast at all. You want it to boil as slowly as you can. Okay, without getting out of hand. All right? If it boils too fast, you splash material up here, and you're not getting a very good result over here. Got that? All right. Our main goal today is to make sure that we have distilled our product. Okay, our goal is not today to find the concentration unless we have enough time. We'll see how it goes. Okay. Now, one of the things we don't have here, I don't want to use a Bunsen burner for the boiling part. We're going to use a hot plate. It's a little bit safer. But the problem is, this is a round bottom flask, and it won't sit obviously flat on a hot plate. So you've got to get a little bit of aluminum foil, which I have set out, I think, on the middle lab table, and make a sort of a tent that fits around the bottom of this and goes to the top of the hot plate. So it kind of keeps the whole bottom half of the bulb hot. You don't need the top half hot so much as you need the bottom half hot. And you won't be able to see inside to see when things are boiling. A gentle boil is what you're aiming for. Make sense? Any questions? All right. For what it's worth, what group is yours, Griffin? 6. Your lab table 6? Lab table 6 was proposed the salting out process.
That's
5. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. All right, so I put the wrong thing back on there on 6. The easiest determination of concentration was probably Lab Table 6's ideas, and we'll probably do that. Okay? Well, they can tell you. Okay?
Tell us, Griffin.
When they figure it out.
Density of the solution.
We were Lab Table 6 yesterday, but we are Lab Table 6.
Okay. Any questions? All right. Remember, once you start the distillation and get it going, everybody returns to the lab table save one person who's going to monitor things.